a country that offers incentives for foreigners to live and marry its citizens, where children can stay with their parents until the age of 43, in housing for only €1, in historically and romantically famous cities. Italy, a nation in the heart of the Mediterranean, is a charming destination with a rich tapestry of history and culture. In this video, we will delve into the peculiarities and traditions of this fascinating land, some of which may seem unusual to foreign eyes. Join us as we explore the historically and romantically famous cities that are renowned worldwide, such as Rome, Milan, Naples, and Florence, each offering a unique experience. Italy takes pride in its privileged location on the Italian peninsula in southern Europe, sharing borders with France, Switzerland, Austria, and Slovenia. This strategic location, bathed by the Mediterranean Sea, has not only shaped its history, but also created breathtaking landscapes that attract visitors from all over the world. With a population of about 60 million, it is known for its population density and cultural vitality. Italy is a country where historic and significant urban centers blend with a diverse population, attracting both tourists and residents from different backgrounds. This country takes pride in its rich cultural and ethnic tapestry, shaped by a history that spans thousands of years. This heritage deeply influences Italian society and its unique cuisine, which stands out for emphasizing family and community values. Italians are globally recognized for their genuine hospitality and a way of life that prioritizes personal well-being and gastronomic delight. A notable tradition in Italy is that of adult children choosing to live with their parents into advanced ages, often until their 30s or 40s. This choice, widely accepted and encouraged in Italian culture, reflects the strong family bond and the value placed on traditions. A study indicates that among young Italian adults residing with their parents, 40% are financially independent but choose not to leave home. Italian mothers are often cited for their tendency to overprotect, significantly influencing the lives of their adult children, an issue that sometimes raises concerns for authorities. This intense family dynamic, characteristic of Italian culture, is intertwined with economic challenges and a high cost of living in the country. The tradition of adult children remaining in the family home in Italy is shaped by a combination of strong family bonds, maternal protection, and financial challenges. The Italian language boasts a remarkable linguistic heritage. Originating from the vulgar Latin of the Roman Empire, modern Italian language emerged from various local dialects. Today, it is a rich and influential language celebrated for its expressiveness and connection to a unique history. Italian innovations have a significant global impact. Italy is the birthplace of significant historical innovations. Antonio Meucci, an Italian immigrant in the United States, is often cited as the original visionary of the telephone, having conceptualized the technology before Alexander Graham Bell obtained the patent. Galileo Galilei, in the 17th century, also made his mark with the development of the thermometer, in addition to his innovations in physics and astronomy, such as thermoscopy. In the early 19th century, Pellegrino Turri created the typewriter, a milestone in the history of communication and writing technology. These inventions reflect the creative spirit and scientific talent of Italy, which have historically stood out and continue to be recognized for their contributions to global innovation. Italian culture is further enriched by its cuisine, famous for its simplicity and authenticity, with iconic dishes like pizza and pasta. The art of preparing fresh pasta and sauces is a gastronomic tradition in Italy. In addition to food, Italy is a cultural hub for coffee, with Italians enjoying espressos and cappuccinos in countless coffee shops throughout the country. The coffee ritual in Italy transcends the palate, becoming an essential social experience in traditional gathering places. This country is also a treasure trove of historic cities that narrate centuries of history. Rome stands out with its relics from the Roman Empire, while Venice fascinates with its iconic canals. However, over-tourism in Venice has brought adverse consequences for local residents, with a decreasing population over the years, exacerbated by frequent floods and other challenges. Rome and Venice offer distinct experiences, with the historical charms of Rome and the idyllic beauty of Venetian canals. Major Italian brands such as Ferrari, Gucci, and Prada wield significant influence in international markets. Italy is also a leader in the production of excellent food and wines, known for its pasta, olive oils, and wines. However, the country's economy faces considerable challenges, including high levels of public debt, a complex bureaucracy, and a high unemployment rate, especially among young people. Italy is making efforts to reform its economy, aiming to increase the efficiency and competitiveness of its markets. This includes investing in innovation and technology to promote long-term sustainable growth. One strategy adopted is to attract foreigners with enticing offers of housing and resources to reside in the country. However, this initiative is not without complications. This is the topic I will explore next. You may have noticed headlines about Italian cities selling houses for as little as €1, or even offering substantial payments to attract new residents. While it has gained prominence in the travel sections of news portals, a critical question remains unanswered. Why is Italy adopting such measures? And what is the reason for a country of Italy's stature needing to incentivize people to move there? When taking a closer look at this story, which at first glance may seem comical, one realizes it reflects contemporary Italian reality. Italy, often idealized, faces a concerning economic situation that is becoming increasingly evident. Questions arise about why Italy encourages people to move to the country, the existence of numerous vacant residences, and the negative implications of these phenomena. What was once an isolated situation in mountain villages is now spreading throughout the Italian territory, affecting cities of various sizes. The country has millions of unoccupied properties, and this number continues to rise. Many of these properties are historical buildings located in charming regions of the Italian countryside, and they constitute an important part of the country's cultural heritage. As a measure to preserve these properties and revitalize cities, Italy has implemented the so-called €1 house programs. In this scheme, cities put their vacant properties up for sale at a symbolic price of €1, primarily aiming to attract foreign buyers. Although the houses are sold almost for free, they come with certain conditions, with buyers typically committing to investing a specific amount in renovations. Most of these properties have been empty for years, but the restoration costs are relatively affordable, ranging from €20,000 to €30,000. This way, the buyer gets a property at a low price, and the city gets rid of an abandoned building. This initiative raises deeper questions. Why are there millions of vacant houses in Italy? What does this reveal about the country's situation? Unfortunately, the answer is not as picturesque as the Italian countryside. To understand the abundance of vacant residences, it's necessary to explore other dimensions of the Italian context. Indeed, the current situation in Italy can be attributed to two persistent crises with no significant signs of improvement. The first crisis dates back to the 1990s, when the country's economic growth stagnated. Considering that Italy is one of the world's largest economies and the birthplace of renowned brands in sectors such as fashion, automotive, and banking, this stagnation is concerning. For years, there has been a question of why Italy couldn't regain its economic growth. Recently, an influential Italian economist proposed a complex theory to explain this Italian malaise. According to him, the issue isn't laziness among Italians, but rather a kind of temporal paralysis in the country's managerial and business practices. He argues that historically, Italian companies have valued loyalty and personal connections more than performance, a trend that continues to this day. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel to support me in bringing more content like this. The transition to a culture of meritocracy and performance focus has become increasingly essential. The Italian practice of prioritizing loyalty to individuals, banks, and companies without considering the sustainable growth of these entities has started to hinder the country's economic progress. Italy's and its companies' inability to abandon nepotism and modernize for the 21st century has caused the country to lag behind on the global stage. Additionally, factors like unstable governments, a chaotic legal system, serious issues of tax evasion, and one of the world's largest public debts help explain how Italy, once a global economic leader, has become increasingly dysfunctional. However, these economic challenges are just the beginning of Italy's problems, and if you're curious about the issue of vacant houses, we're almost there. In addition to economic stagnation, Italy faces a high rate of persistent unemployment, particularly among young people, with rates ranging between 10% and 30%. This situation is often described as the €1,000 generation, where many qualified young individuals with university degrees hold office jobs but struggle with the reality of earning less than €1,000 per month. This circumstance not only adversely affects the quality of life for these individuals, but also contradicts the image of Italy as an idyllic haven, contributing to the perception of the country as one of the unhappiest in Europe. Italy's economic crisis has been a significant factor in widespread dissatisfaction in the country. Since 2008, there has been a mass emigration of talented young individuals, with over 2 million Italians leaving the country permanently. This phenomenon has exacerbated an existing demographic trend known as the Silver Tsunami, characterized by rapid population aging and low birth rates. Currently, Italy has the third oldest population in the world and is aging faster than any other nation in the European Union. Additionally, it faces the third lowest birth rate in Europe, which has been consistently declining for the past 15 years. This results in a shrinking productive population capable of starting businesses, creating value, and driving the economy. Meanwhile, the number of people in need of state pensions and care is increasing, while the birth of new children is on the decline. While several countries face one or two demographic and economic challenges, Italy is grappling with a unique combination of three of these issues simultaneously, leading to a severe demographic crisis that worsens year by year. Since 2014, the Italian population has been consistently declining, with an annual reduction of nearly 200,000 people. And this trend appears far from reversing. Projections indicate that in the next 50 years, the Italian population could shrink by another 20%. This reality presents obvious negative implications for both the economy and the country as a whole. Vacant houses are a direct reflection of this situation. With the ongoing economic and demographic crisis, Italy is running out of inhabitants. The areas most affected are small towns and villages, where most of the vacant residences are concentrated. The scarcity of jobs and infrastructure in many Italian areas makes it difficult for young people to find employment and establish a future. Consequently, many young individuals are leaving villages and vacant houses, which are now being promoted as holiday residences, particularly for British and American tourists, in a desperate attempt to prevent the complete disappearance of these places. At the same time, Italy has one of the highest proportions of adults living with their parents. In 2021, 70% of Italian adults under the age of 34 still resided with their parents. Even among those aged 30 to 44, 25% continued to live in their parental homes, a situation influenced both by strong Italian family bonds and economic factors. Many young people stay with their parents not by choice, but out of necessity. With the high unemployment rate, it has become increasingly challenging for young Italians to rent their own place, and acquiring property is nearly impossible. After presenting these facts, I invite you to share your opinions in the comments on the feasibility of building a life in Italy. Thank you for watching until the end. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, helping to bring more content like this. Until the next video,